Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Friday, September 2nd. Looking at increased smoke and haze throughout the day today, with some hot and dry weather continuing through at least next Wednesday, and I'll be breaking that down for you this morning. Key points we're going to focus on today: near record to record heat continues through at least next Wednesday, so we're looking at a very warm Labor Day weekend ahead of us, with temperatures in the 90s to low triple digits Saturday through Monday. Things slowly start to cool down as we get towards maybe Wednesday, Thursday timeframe of next week, with near normal temperatures returning for next Friday. We did have two record high temperatures set yesterday, September 1st, at both Pocatello and Idaho Falls with 96 degrees. And with the increased smoke and haze across eastern Idaho, we did have those stronger winds yesterday, which drove larger smoke plumes from those regional fires. And the westerly direction did force much of that smoke to stay in Idaho. And that did prompt from the Idaho Department of Environmental Quality 2 air quality alerts in effect for Custer and Lemhi counties. We're not expecting a ton of improvement from that smoke until we get maybe towards Saturday afternoon with a shift in wind direction and magnitude. So we're going to be seeing strongerly southerly winds, especially as we get towards Saturday, which will help drive a lot of that smoke up into Montana and out of Idaho. Do have a fire weather watch in effect for Saturday, speaking of that. So we do have a passing disturbance to our northwest, which will drive strong winds in excess of 20 to 30 miles an hour, with the strongest winds generally going to be in central Idaho with widespread critical humidities elsewhere. Precipitation chances with this event do look to be confined further north into the Panhandle, but outside of that, we're looking at continued very dry weather with some chances for precipitation arriving for the later part of next week. Taking a look at satellite this morning, no clouds out there for today, so keeping with the very dry air mass in place. The main concerns today will just be the temperatures and the increased haze and smoke, leading to some air quality concerns. Weather risk outlook for the next 5 days. So the next 5 days will be above normal temperatures across the board for all of our forecast areas, with smoky and hazy conditions, especially today, across much of all of southern Idaho and expanding north into the Panhandle as well. For your Labor Day weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday, above normal temperatures with a heat advisory going through Sunday. We do have a fire weather watch in place for the Central Mountains, leading to some critical fire weather concerns as we get towards Saturday with that, again, passing disturbance to our northwest. Above normal temperatures do continue for Monday and Tuesday. Start to see a slight drop in temperatures for Wednesday, becoming more pronounced for Thursday and Friday as temperatures return to more near normal conditions. Watches, warnings, and advisories currently in effect. Do have that heat advisory extending through much of the Magic Valley, Snake Plain, all the way through the Treasure Valley in eastern Oregon around here, with the fire weather watch in effect for the Central Mountains. So through the Stanley, Sun Valley, Chalice, Salmon, and out towards over to McCall as well. In effect for Saturday, critical humidities widespread across all of the region, but the gustiest winds potential will be up in the central Idaho and extending up into southwest Montana as well. Do have an air quality alert in effect through 3 o'clock today, and this air quality index is forecast to be unhealthy for sensitive groups from the Idaho Department of Environmental Quality, and with that, we are going to be seeing the orange as far as some of those on the maps. And if you have any additional comments, questions, or concerns, you can head to deq.idaho.gov for additional information. Take a look at the fire and smoke map this morning. Plenty of fire activity across central and western Idaho, and we will be continuing to see those smoke and haze impacts. So if you tuned in yesterday morning, we had much clearer skies, certainly in place yesterday morning, but air quality concerns and definitely large plumes of smoke will be the biggest talk what's down today. Seeing the increased as far as the fire chances for this afternoon as well. Not going to have a ton of wind today. Looks like winds will generally be less than 20 miles an hour, which won't be great for getting that smoke out of the area with the continued air quality concerns, especially closer to the fires, but visibility impacts as well starting to work out with most of the smoke staying aloft. Could see some near surface impacts as well. Here's a look at your wildfire roundup for this morning. So as this morning, we're going to be seeing, continued fires developing across much of the central mountains, southwest Montana, and did have a couple new fire starts down southeast of Pocatello yesterday. And continuing that for you. Let's break down that smoke timing. So this morning, going to be mostly smoky skies and hazy skies across much of southern and eastern Idaho. And as we step through the day, around noontime today, we will be not much of a change. Continued very high concentrations over the central mountains. But as we get towards this afternoon, seeing those concentrations as far as those purples, so heavy smoke impacts, will be shifting further north with a little bit of improvement as you get down towards Twin Falls, Jackpot. But still seeing those impacts Pocatello north up to about Island Park and Sun Valley. Overnight tonight, we will have those impacts continuing, but we do have the chance for some improvement as we get towards the later part of tomorrow. So 6 a.m. tomorrow, a little bit less than what we're seeing this morning. Certainly still going to be hazy and smoky out there. As we take you through the day on tomorrow, 12 p.m., going to be seeing much better air quality improvements as we have those southerly winds, which will be driving a lot of that smoke further north. And that'll allow by 6 o'clock, mostly clear skies, not a whole lot of smoke and haze, just a few little parcels holding on there in the Pocatello, Idaho Falls, and especially up through the central mountains. But outside of where those fires are are actively burning, those strong southerly winds will help to force much of that smoke further north and out of the region. High temperatures this afternoon, so overall pretty pleasant temperatures in the mid-80s to mid-90s. Will be 89 in Ashton, 94 Pocatello, 90 in Stanley, and 94 in Twin Falls. Temperatures on Saturday, this is going to be looking like the warmest day of the week so far, so we will have widespread highs in the 90s to low 100s, especially across the Snake Plain up through Salmon and Chalice as well. Looking very warm for this time of year. Temperatures are going to be running about 10 to 20 degrees above normal for many locations, so certainly something to keep in mind. We'll have, decent quality as far as the impact-wise for not a lot of precipitation this weekend, but those above normal temperatures and gusty winds in central Idaho could lead to some increased fire weather concerns and heat risk as well. Wind gusts Saturday afternoon, so we're seeing those wind gusts again about 30 to 40 miles an hour across much of central Idaho. And further southeast, we will see those gusts, INL craters, generally about that 20 to 40. But as you get further southeast, looking more like about 10 to 25, so slightly less breezy as you get further east and south down towards Utah and Wyoming. High temperatures for your Sunday afternoons will be widespread highs in the low 90s to near triple digits. Looks like it's going to be slightly cooler than Saturday, so seeing at least a little bit of improvement on that with Saturday, again, shaping up to be the warmest day of the week. For your Labor Day, keep it with that slight cooling trend, losing a degree or two in some places, but overall temperatures will continue to be in the upper 80s to near 100 degrees. For Tuesday, going to be seeing at least a slight improvement as far as the temperatures warming back up, so not as much cooling as we get towards Tuesday, Wednesday next week, but we will have temperatures widespread again in the 90s to low 100s. Wednesday, so starting to talk about those noticeable drops. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, we're going to see temperatures at least falling by a degree or two for Wednesday. So overall on your Wednesday afternoon, upper 80s to mid 90s. So certainly feeling a little bit cooler out there. Taking you to Thursday here. Look at that. We got 80s and 70s in the forecast. So we got 77 American Falls, 80 in Driggs, 83 up in Chalice, and 80 in Jerome. So certainly feeling more near normal, if not slightly above normal for this time of year, but certainly welcome to not have to see any 90s on that map. Take a look at your 6 to 10 days. So this is looking at the September 7th through 11th. So we are in the favorable for above normal temperatures continuing here in Idaho. And normal highs for this time of year are going to be in the mid 70s to low 80s. So anything above that will be considered above normal. And we are continuing to be favored in that area through September 7th and 11th. Fri Sep, so not a whole lot to talk about in that department. 7th through 11th, we are going to be below normal favored, and we do have some chances returning maybe towards the later part of next week across our northern and eastern mountain ranges, but certainly going to be ironing some things out in the forecast as we get closer to that. 8 to 14, much of the same, keeping with a slight chance of above normal temperatures. See those near normal, so we do have that upper level feature that we'll be working through next week, and with that we'll be bringing some colder temperatures across much of Montana, maybe seeing some of that in our area. But continuing that leaning above normal as we go through the middle part of September. Near normal precipitation. So again, we do have the increased chances for some precipitation impacts as we get towards the later part of next week. Certainly not looking like a washout at this point, but could see a little bit of shower activity over the mountains. In summary, this morning, do have that near record-to-record heat continuing through next Wednesday with some increased smoke and haze across eastern Idaho, leading to some air quality concerns, visibility impacts, so certainly going to be a hazy and smoky day today. We'll see some improvement for Saturday afternoon, though. Fire weather watch is in effect for Saturday afternoon as well, with a passing disturbance to the northwest, driving some stronger winds, generally about 20 to 40 miles an hour. Strongest winds will be up in central Idaho, with widespread critical humidities as precipitation chances remain confined further north. But with that wraps up your weather briefing for today, Friday, September 2nd. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have a great weekend.